Good morning, LaTip.
Good morning.
Good morning. Dan Herrnandez here with Security Bud. And since this is my first time speaking, and I haven't really been in the group very long, I guess I should introduce myself and let you know a little bit about myself. I'm 30. I've got a beautiful wife, Cindy, and an amazing little boy that's 7 named Alex. First things first, I'll tell you about my guilty pleasures. Okay. Little Whitney Houston never hurt nobody. Okay. And I love Elton John. All right. I know I don't look like I'd listen to that music, but oh, I do. Okay, so anyways, I got in the alarm industry when I was about 21 years old. Really brief story. I was working at a hotel, and some guys from ADT were working out of the hotel. They had been working on a project locally, and they were like, hey, we're looking for technicians, and I was like, I'll do it. And they hired me on the spot. They had me call their boss, and that was 10 years ago, in a few months actually. So that was, I worked for ADT in different facets of their business for about 5 years, and then what I did is, ADT had merged with Brinks, and all the contracts and stuff were all kind of up in the air, and they brought in all their technicians, and I was a subcontractor. So basically I went from 4th man in the line to get work to 12th man in the line to get work. And so that kind of pushed me out the door, and I took the $200 I had in my pocket, and I bought a banner, some business cards, and went to the Pomona swap meet and started Security Bud. So I had some equipment that was in my possession for a long time that I had done other side jobs. So I just kind of took what I had and made a little display, and started selling surveillance systems at that time right at the swap meet. I figured these guys have toys, they got to protect their toys, right? So let's see, where am I at here? The hot rod swap meet in Pomona. That's where I was at. I believe in what we're doing here. We do things a little bit differently at Security Bud. Since we are mom and pop, we're able to kind of give you that personalized level of service that most security companies tend to lose, and you become an account number. Depending on who your sales rep is, you could get great service or bad service, and we kind of have a culture that only gives good service. And if you're not on that wave, then you're not part of Security Bud. Basically, my printer was really bad this morning when I printed it. Let's see. No, I need more than glasses. I need new ink. We mainly specialize at this point in commercial security. I started out in the residential game because it's a lot easier to kind of make your way up and hustle. But at this point, we've kind of pulled out all of our residential marketing and only focus on commercial marketing. Quite frankly, a homeowner feels a $500 bill a lot more than a business does, and when things happen and we have to give people the bad news, contractors and business owners seem to take it a lot better than a homeowner does. So we've kind of carved our way with the residential game, and at this point, last year we did some of our biggest jobs. We've done 60 to 70 camera projects for a lot of aerospace companies in the area. Waste management has most of our security. Well, we've done most of waste management's facilities in the area. So we're no stranger to what it takes to get into these big places and take care of that. But what we separate ourselves with is we still give you that level of service to make you feel like you just came and bought a hamburger from us. And that's what's important, is our customer. So a couple of things that we do is we do alarms, monitoring, surveillance cameras is what we specialize in, access control from retina readers to biometrics. I mean, the sky's the limit right now in security, and it just keeps getting crazier and more interesting. We're in process of building security drones that patrol commercial properties, so that's something that's pretty cool. They've got them in Chicago right now, but we need to bring them into a smaller scale since we don't have such vast projects like we do in Orange County and Chicago. See, the other thing, I wanted to give you guys my brochure so you guys can see. We've done quite a few places that would be recognizable. Most of them, I was on the West Coast Customs TV show with Security Bud. We did their alarm system, so that was kind of exciting. I look like a big dork on that show. It's all right. I'll take it. So, I basically wanted to kind of finalize everything and give you guys some tips on how to secure your homes and your businesses. A lot of us just kind of think of it as a one thing, like, oh, we're just trying to protect people from coming in. Well, I think we've got to kind of look at our protection from many different standpoints. The first thing is we have people that we're trying to protect. Sometimes we kind of forget that. Like, our employees need some safety, right? And our family needs some safety, the people living in our home. The second thing is we're trying to protect our assets, what we have, what we use to, you know, generate money and things like that. But the third thing that a lot of people seem to forget is we need to protect our paperwork and all our digital, you know, files and things like that. So, you know, here's a couple tips for you. You guys have to have a proper code of conduct in the business. Everybody has to know where files are supposed to be put, papers are supposed to be, you know, stored, and where they're supposed to be thrown away or put so that they can be shredded and taken care of. You should be having scheduled audits of your security system and your security procedures. So fire alarm procedures, anything that deals with, like, if you have any type of surveillance going on, people that need to know about the surveillance, you guys are checking your recordings, you're checking that your videos are working and functioning properly, your alarm system's functioning properly. These should be done on, you know, they say weekly basis. I kind of doubt that. We're all a little busy for our weekly basis testings. So, I mean, biannually is fine. Every quarter is fine. We send out texts once a quarter to most places and just kind of run through things, check batteries, and do the little stuff. You guys have to have your computer access levels and everything password protected now, and like passwords need to be a little on the tougher side. The programs and stuff that we're starting to see with some of this network hacking is outrageous, and people, I mean, data's big money right now. Data's huge money. So they get data, they can sell things all day long, and people would never agree to it, never be okay with it, but it happens. So it's really important that we take care of our customers in that aspect. And just security systems is real easy. That's what I do, so you just call me if you need that. And then adequate lighting, that's another thing. A lot of places you go into aren't lit properly, and you know, it leaves a lot of room for error, shall we say. And I've seen it in video, and I've seen it on, you know, a lot of recordings, and it's not fun when you got to deal with employees or, you know, homeowners that have just dealt with a pretty scary situation. I'm sure the jewelry store can tell you that one. I've been giving passwords that I've had to call 2 different times at certain times to get into certain buildings, you know, because they're so scared that somebody's coming back. So take your security seriously. If you're doing that, then obviously you're taking your company and your employees and your family's security seriously. So security bud, call me. Yes.
We just before you came into the crew, just before we had an incident in our showroom.
Yeah.
So we've beefed up definitely, and we had another person come in and put all kinds of sensors throughout the place. Sure. And then what's cool is we can control the lights and arming and disarming right there on an app on our phone.
Absolutely.
So whenever a sensor trips, boom, we get a text alert and everything. I assume, is that something that your company can
absolutely
do as well?
Interactive security and control systems is something that we definitely deal with. So
excellent. And now I know.
Everything's at the palm of your hand nowadays, and if it's not going anywhere, basically. Yeah. So. Cool. Any questions? All right.
Awesome.
Thank you.